Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode of Mindful Moments, I wanted to share about the relationship that we have with technology and how we are going to develop and sustain a healthy relationship with technology as it starts to develop more. So this reflection came about when yesterday when my fiance Beth, she was sharing like a piece of content with me and told me to think about maybe doing this kind of daily journal on Instagram. And I thought about it and I thought that was pretty interesting as well because as what I'm doing now on this mindful moments daily vlogging and sharing, I found it as a very therapeutic process. And I didn't think of it that way until I started doing it for like about 7 days or so. And then it started to click for me where I was like, oh, actually, this is actually a very good process for myself to pay attention inwards as something for me to reflect on a daily basis. And apart from having the journal and having to fill those journal entries up, this is something separate that I do because it's also a way for me to practice communication and being articulate with my speech. Because I'm not someone that is as articulate as some other professional speakers out there, and this is something that I aim to achieve in the future. And by doing practices like this and showing up to the practice on a daily basis, I believe that this is helping me. You can probably see from my first vlog that I did, my first episode of Mindful Moments, I probably wasn't as confident right now and as natural in terms of coming up with something to say. Although I'm not at that goal of where I want to achieve in terms of my public speaking skills. But as soon as I press this record button, it gives me that sense of like feeling as though I'm already speaking to a wide audience because subconsciously or indirectly, I know that this can be viewed by many people in the future. I don't know when. And so it allows me to place myself in that situation to practice more in a more convenient and efficient way rather than having to sign myself up for any course and having people to watch me maybe once every month, and that would this would probably be the most cost efficient, I would say. So then when I thought about starting the daily shorts on recording how my daily lifestyle would be like, I was thinking actually that would be quite a interesting process to do as well because firstly I felt that this could, if I were to use this as something that can help me inwards, then I can treat this as something as another growth process for me, another opportunity for me to grow as an individual and develop myself. So I was thinking of using these daily lifestyle shots for me to hold accountable for myself in terms of things like my daily practices or my routines to ensure that I'm showing up for these practices. And in order to sustain that healthy relationship with this process for recording, I need to make sure that the why of why I'm doing it is strong, and in terms of having to continuously do this process, not get sucked into the vanity metrics or the outcomes of potentially getting famous or not, but more so of focusing on the doing and acting on it so that I will have low expectations of the outcomes, but understand that through this process, I can actually work on improving certain areas and using it as a tool, excuse me, to have more reflections on myself. If like say I were to watch back certain days, I was thinking, oh okay, why didn't I do this? I why did I tweak certain things? And just like this daily mindful sharing, perhaps after a couple of days or maybe months, I can find out new insights for myself. And that was really something that I thought, wow, okay, that's pretty powerful. And who knows if like say someone resonates with it, right? If I can spread the awareness of adopting daily practices and showing up for yourself for you to be able to grow spiritually, or improve for your self-development. It could be things to do with a mindful practice. I could also pursue something in terms of leveling up skill sets for my business, for example. Technology can be used as something of a distraction as well. I think that's where, like, for me, I had to find a balance and not use it as something to distract myself indefinitely from paying attention inwards. Because when we don't pay attention inwards, we're not giving ourselves a chance to work on or deal with certain emotions that we have trapped inside. And only through dedicating some time for inward reflection can we start to work on the emotional healing process. So, with anything, I feel that the challenge would be if I were to start filming and recording my daily lifestyle, I have to make it efficient and convenient in such a way that I don't get too flustered of, oh, I need to film in a certain angle. I need to make sure that I don't, that I dress well, not so scruffy and stuff like that. So I need to make sure that if I were to start this new commitment to this project, I would say, or routine or activity, then I have to make sure that I draw that line where it's something that needs to be done with the priority of it helping me inwards and not getting distracted by how polished it would be at the end of it, but more so of just, okay, being comfortable with having that muscle memory with training what I need to do to get certain things recorded down and then don't think about it too much later on in the recording process. But just more of to share. It's definitely going to be a challenge in the first couple of days or maybe first week or two. But every step of this journey, I believe, is something that I'm learning from. So in order to improve, I just need to start acting on it first, just doing it and reflecting on it, because then I can start to learn from it. Because if I don't do it, then I won't know as well. So let's see how this goes. I'm pretty sure it'll be a fruitful journey. I'm interested to see how it'll play out in the next 30 to 90 days. Let's see how long I'll do this for. I'm aiming for at least 30 days consistently. And then from there, do a proper reflection of the entire month and then see if this is something that really helps me or is distracting me from my goal of having to work on my inner self. So at the end of the day, technology is always going to be around and it's just going to get improved as we go deeper into this digital era. So it's really up to you on being responsible of how you use and adopt this technology into your life. I hope this video came in useful and insightful for you to think about what your relationship is like with technology these days and how you're going to sustain a healthy relationship with it. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you like more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.